Hi everyone, this is Amir Suhail, and in this video, we'll be quickly going through the fourth chapter of R.S. Sharma's Ancient India, and the title of the chapter is The Geographical Setting. So let's get started. So the Indian subcontinent has a total area of 42 lakhs 2,500 square kilometers, and the subcontinent is divided into five countries, that is India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, and Pakistan. The Indian subcontinent is mostly situated in the tropical zone. So the monsoon plays an important part in the history of India. Now, southwest monsoon lasts between June and October and brings rain in varying degrees to the major part of the country. And once the direction, now this is interesting that once the direction of the monsoon was discovered sometime around the first century AD by Hippalus, who was a Greek merchant and trader. Traders sailed with the southwest monsoon from Western Asia and the Mediterranean area and came to India and Southeast Asia. So you can understand how important the discovery of these monsoon winds was. So they returned with the advent of the northeast monsoon westwards. The discovery of monsoon enabled India to carry on trade and establish cultural contacts with Western Asia and the Mediterranean area as well as with the Southeast Asia. So India is bounded by Himalayas on the north and seas on the other three sides. So Himalayas कंट्री को प्रोटेक्ट करती हैं कोल्ड आर्कटिक विंड से जो साइबेरिया से ब्लो करती हैं थ्रू सेंट्रल एशिया. So इससे कंट्री का क्लाइमेट remains fairly warm throughout the year. Secondly, the Himalayas are high enough to shield the country against invasions from the north. This was especially true in pre-industrial times जब communications काफी difficult होते थे. However, on the northwest, the Suleiman mountain ranges, which are in southward continuation with the Himalayas, could be crossed through Khyber Pass से, Bolan Pass या फिर गोमल passes से. तो हम देखते हैं कि various people from Iran, Afghanistan, and Central Asia came to India as invaders and immigrants, and vice versa. So, an example could be Muhammad of Ghori, who crossed the Gomal Pass. His initial invasion was through the Gomal Pass, and Mahmud Ghaznavi, another invader who crossed Khyber Pass and entered India. So yeah, these were the passes which had to be crossed if you wanted to enter India during those times. Now the Indus civilization, the Indus vegetation, based on 25 to 37 centimeter rainfall. Okay, I'll give you a summary of this, which is that अगर हम रिसोर्सेज की बात करें कि कौन से रिसोर्सेज को सबसे पहले एक्सप्लॉइट किया गया या कौन से एरियाज सबसे पहले सेटल होते हैं, सो दैट इज द इंडस सिविलाइजेशन. यू विल सी दैट इंडस वेजिटेशन, इंडस में रेनफॉल होता था अराउंड 25 टू 37 सेंटीमीटर, विच वाज नॉट दैट मच. सो यहाँ की जो वेजिटेशन थी विच वाज नॉट दैट थिक. सिमिलरली हमारे वेस्टर्न इंडिया में भी अगर आप देखेंगे वेस्टर्न गैंजेटिक वेजिटेशन जो था, इट वाज बेस्ड ऑन 37 टू 60 सेंटीमीटर रेनफॉल. सो इसको क्लियर किया जा सकता था स्टोन से और कॉपर इम्प्लीमेंट से, एंड could be made fit for cultivation. But this was not possible in case of the middle Gangetic vegetation, जहां पे 60 to 125 centimeter rainfall होता था, and certainly not in the case of lower Gangetic and Brahmaputra vegetation, जहां पे 125 to 2 centimeter rainfall होता था. तो इतना thickly forested areas थे, इनको आप stone tool से और copper tool से clear नहीं किया जा सकता था. इसीलिए हमने हमारा जो एक वीडियो हमने बनाया था जैनिज्म और बुद्धिज्म की इमर्जेंस पे, जिसमें हम देखते हैं कि किस तरह से आयरन की जो डिस्कवरी थी वो एक कैटलिस्ट बनती है इन फॉरेस्ट की क्लियरेंस में. और उसके बाद हम देखते हैं कि सेकंड अर्बनाइजेशन स्टार्ट होता है 600 सेंचुरी बीसीई में. ओके, सो दी हड़प्पन कल्चर जो ओरिजिनेट और होता है और फ्लरिश होता है इंडस वैली में. वैदिक कल्चर ओरिजिनेट होता है नॉर्थ वेस्ट फ्रंटियर प्रोविंस और पंजाब में, एंड फ्लरिश्ड इन द वेस्टर्न गैंजेटिक बेसिन पोस्ट वैदिक कल्चर जो मेनली बेस्ड था, पोस्ट वैदिक कल्चर में हम आयरन का यूज देखते हैं और वो थ्राइव करता है मिडल गैंजेटिक बेसिन में। तो लोअर गैंजेटिक वैली और नॉर्थ बंगाल लाइमलाइट में आते हैं विद द एज ऑफ द गुप्तास, एंड फाइनली ब्रह्मपुत्र वैली कवरिंग असम गेन इंपॉर्टेंस इन अर्ली मेडिवल टाइम्स। सो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पावर्स ने पावर्स फाइट करते रहते थे एक दूसरे के साथ इन प्लेन्स और वैलीज की पोजेशन के लिए। स्पेशली जब आप आगे इस बुक में पढ़ेंगे तो देखेंगे कि गंगा यमुना दोआब जो था, दैट प्रूव टू बी द मोस्ट coveted and contested area, as it was one of the most fertile areas in the country, and so numerous powers fought over the possession of this coveted land. Now, the rivers served as arteries of commerce and communication. Uh, so, we'll see that the rivers also provided political and cultural boundaries, and these boundaries were also formed by the mountains. इसलिए हम देखते हैं कि कलिंग जो कि उड़ीसा की कोस्टल बेल्ट को कवर करता है, इट वाज सिचुएटेड बिटवीन महानदी रिवर ऑन द नॉर्थ एंड गोदावरी रिवर ऑन द साउथ। सिमिलरली आंध्र प्रदेश आंध्र प्रदेश आता था गोदावरी रिवर ऑन द नॉर्थ और कृष्णा रिवर इन द साउथ। और जो डेल्टेक प्लेन्स इन दो रिवर्स ने बनाए थे, वो दे शॉट इनटू हिस्टोरिकल इंपॉर्टेंस बाय द बिगिनिंग ऑफ क्रिश्चियन ईरा, व्हेन दे बिकेम स्टडेड विद टाउन्स और पोर्ट्स अंडर द सातवाहन्स, सातवाहन्स के अंडर और उनके सक्सेसर्स के अंडर भी ये बहुत प्रोमिनेंट प्लेसेस, प्रोमिनेंट टाउन्स और पोर्ट्स बन जाते हैं। तमिलनाडु, फाइनली जब हम तमिलनाडु पे आए तो तमिलनाडु का एक पार्ट सिचुएटेड था कृष्णा इन द नॉर्थ और कावेरी इन द साउथ। सिमिलरली कावेरी वैली एक्सटेंडेड इन साउथ रफली टू द वाइगाई रिवर इन द नॉर्थ एंड द साउथ पेनार रिवर। सो एक डिस्टिंक्ट ज्योग्राफिकल जोन बन जाता है जो चोला पावर की सीट बनता है लिटिल बिफोर द बिगिनिंग ऑफ क्रिश्चियन इरा। नाउ ये एरिया डिफरेंट था नॉर्थ तमिलनाडु से, जिसमें थोड़े अपlands थे, and comes into prominence under the Pallavas in the 4th, 6th centuries AD. So you're getting introduced to all these powers, which are major powers, and you'll have separate chapters on all these powers in this book. So yeah, don't get bogged down by hearing the names of all these dynasties. So port cities of Arakimedu, modern name is Mahabalipuram, and Kavaripatnam was situated on the Coromandel coast. वेस्टर्न पार्ट में अगर हम देखें तो महाराष्ट्र, वी कैन लोकेट महाराष्ट्र बिटवीन तापी और दमनगंगा ऑन द नॉर्थ एंड भीमा ऑन द साउथ. So Karnataka seems to have been situated between Bhima on the upper regions of Krishna on the north and the Tungabhadra on the south. So Tungabhadra uh, has played a very important role in the history of India, और आप देखते हैं कि नेचुरल फ्रंटियर बना हुआ था इन वॉरिंग पावर्स के बीच में, जो इसके नॉर्थ में भी सिचुएटेड थी और साउथ में भी सिचुएटेड थी. तो हम देखते हैं कि चालुक्याज ऑफ बदामी या फिर राष्ट्रकूटास, उन्होंने फाउंड इट वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अटैक और टू एक्सटेंड देयर स्वे टू द साउथ ऑफ द तुंगभद्रा. सो साउथ ऑफ तुंगभद्रा जाना इन पावर्स के लिए बहुत डिफिकल्ट था. सिमिलरली पल्लवास और चोलास ने इसको बहुत डिफिकल्ट पाया टू एक्सटेंड देयर अथॉरिटी टू द नॉर्थ. सो वो नॉर्थ नहीं जा पा रहे थे, जो मेजर पावर्स थी चोलास और पल्लवास, और जो चालुक्यास और राष्ट्रकूटास थे, वो साउथ की तरफ नहीं आ पा रहे थे. सो इंडस के बीच में, इन बिटवीन इंडस एंड द गैंजेटिक सिस्टम्स इन द नॉर्थ एंड द north and the Vindhya mountains on the south lies a vast stretch of land which is divided into two units by the Aravalli mountains. Okay, so the west of the Aravalli is covered by the Thar desert. So हम देखते हैं कि साउथ ईस्टर्न पोर्शन ऑफ राजस्थान has been a comparatively fertile area since ancient times, and because of the existence of Khetri copper mines in this region, human settlements arose in this area. In the Chalcolithic period में यहाँ पे human settlements आ जाती हैं because of the Khetri copper mines. So Rajasthan shades off into the fertile plains of Gujarat as well, now which are drained. Now this region is drained by the waters of Narmada, the Tapi, the Mahi, and the Sabarmati, major rivers of the subcontinent. और हम देखते हैं that at the end of north situated at the end of the northwestern portion of Deccan Plateau, गुजरात एक लेस रेनी रीजन था. गुजरात का एक लेस रेनी रीजन है, इंक्लूड्स द लेस रेनी रीजन ऑफ काथियावाड़ पेनिनसुला. सो ये जो कोस्टल एरिया था स्टेट का, इसमें काफी सारे हार्बर्स थे. और एंशियंट टाइम से ही इसीलिए दिस इज वन ऑफ द मेजर रीजंस दैट गुजरात फेमस रहा है अपने कोस्टल और फॉरेन ट्रेड के लिए. और गुजरात, द पीपल ऑफ गुजरात हैव बीन very proficient in trading activities. So south of the Ganga Yamuna Doab and bounded by the Chambal River on the west. Now see, this is the state of, we are talking about the state of Madhya Pradesh here, which has south, which is located south of the Ganga Yamuna Doab and bounded by Chambal River on the west. The Son River is on its east, and the Vindhya Mountains and the Narmada rivers are on its south. Okay, so this is the state of Madhya Pradesh. Now, eastern part, so Madhya Pradesh mein ka eastern part is mostly covered by Vindhyas. It becomes historically important. So eastern part of Madhya Pradesh becomes historically important during the Gupta times in 4th and 5th centuries. But western Madhya Pradesh जिसमें मालवा आता है और ये historical activities का scene बनता है from 6th century BC, from 6th century BC onwards. Okay, so Malwa एक important hinterland था गुजरात के पोर्ट्स के लिए, और बहुत सारे वॉर्स इस मालवा की पोजेशन के लिए फाइट किए जाते हैं. एंड विल सी मैनी between the Deccan and the northern powers for the, so the powers of the Deccan and the powers of northern India were constantly fighting for the possession of Malwa and Gujarat, right? Because these were very important trading centers and a number of ports were located there which could be used for foreign trade. So the shark, or trade with Arabs and the Central Asia, and Central Asia. So the Sharks and Satavahans, Sharks, another important dynasty. Sharks and Satavahans fought for the possession of Malwa and Gujarat in the 1st and 2nd centuries AD, whereas the Marathas or Rajputs 18th century में fight करते हैं इस region के लिए. Now, see this. This is also important that the Vindhya Mountains वो country को cut करती हैं from west to east and form a boundary between North and South India. So जो North में लोग हैं, they are the speakers of Aryan languages, whereas those who are south of the Vindhyas, they speak the Dravidian languages. Now in Vindhyas के बीच में live tribal people who are still found there. Okay. So now we'll move on to the resources that are found in the Indian subcontinent. So copper is widely distributed in the country, and हम देखते हैं कि richest copper mines are found in Chota Nagpur Plateau, particularly in the district of Singhbhum and Hazari Bagh. So rich copper deposits are also found in Khetri mines of Rajasthan. We just read about this. Okay. Tin. So the country today produces practically no tin, and this was scarce even in the ancient times, right? So you must be knowing that bronze is made by mixing tin with copper, but we do not find many bronze objects in prehistoric times. So Harappans पॉसिबली वो टिन प्रोक्योर करते थे राजस्थान से, बट उनकी जो मेन सप्लाई थी टिन की वो आती थी अफगानिस्तान से, बट इवन दैट वाज लिमिटेड, राइट? सो इसीलिए हम देखते हैं कि मेजर पोर्शन ऑफ इंडिया had no proper bronze age. So that is an age in which tools and implements were mostly made of bronze. So, starting with the early centuries of the Christian era, India developed intimate connections with Burma. So, this is important that early centuries of Christian era में हमारे बर्मा या फिर मलाय पेनिनसुला के साथ में connections develop होते हैं, और वहीं से हमारा tin आता है. Plenty of tin that was imported into India came from this region, और इससे possible होता है that large number of bronze statues were being made in the country, especially during the time of the Cholas. So that tin was procured from Burma and Malay Peninsula after we developed intimate connections with them. Now, iron. India has been rich in iron ores, which are found particularly in South Bihar, Eastern Madhya Pradesh, and Karnataka. So, the formation of the first empire. Now, when you read about the formation of the big empires, especially that of the Magadhan Empire, you'll realize how important role did iron play in the emergence of those big empires. Okay, so इसीलिए हम देखते हैं कि मगध एम्पायर का emergence होता है because those areas were rich in iron ore. So lead, Andhra possesses resources in lead, जिससे explain होता है large number of lead coins जो Satavahans ने issue किए. Now the Satavahans ruled over Andhra and Maharashtra in the first 2 centuries of Christian era. That is first and second century AD. Now silver. Uh, you must be knowing that the earliest coins, which were called the punch-marked coins, were made largely of silver. Although this metal was rarely found in the country. However, silver mines existed in early times in the Kharagpur hills in the district of Monghar in Bihar, और वो mention किए जाते हैं as late as the time of Akbar. Now, this accounts for the use of the white metal in the earlier punch-marked coins found in Bihar. Okay. Then gold. So gold is found in the Kolar goldfields of Karnataka, and Kolar is considered to be the earliest capital of Gangas of South Karnataka. Now, but much of the gold used in the early times was obtained from Central Asia and also from the Roman Empire. Okay, so gold coins therefore came into regular use in the first 5 centuries of Christian era when we had a robust trade with Central Asia as well as with the Roman Empire. इसीलिए हम देखते हैं कि बाद में जब ये ट्रेड डिक्लाइन होता है सेंट्रल एशिया के साथ में और रोमन एम्पायर के साथ में, वी सी दैट gold coins became rare. We didn't find enough gold coins because our domestic production was not sufficient to maintain gold currency over a long spell of time. Then we move on to the precious stones. So India also produced a plenty of precious stones in ancient times, including pearls, especially in central India, Odisha, and South India. Precious stones formed an important item of trade in articles which were eagerly sought by the Romans in the early centuries of Christian era. That's it. Thank you.